Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 base game speed build video on my channel. My name is Ashley for those of you who have not met me yet, and I do Sims 4 speed build videos on my channel every single Monday. And usually I do base game builds, but sometimes I don't, but mainly base game. So here I am with another base game build video, and today's build is a very special one because today I am building something that a subscriber has requested that I build, and I haven't really done many subscriber requests, I think. I mean, I've done ideas that subscribers have given me, kind of like general guidelines or general ideas, but I've never built something for a subscriber, if that makes sense. So basically, a subscriber reached out to me and wanted me to build a Mexican Hacienda. So it's a specific type of house, or more like an estate, I believe, in Mexican culture. I believe that is her heritage, and she wanted me to create something inspired by that. So what she did is she actually took the time to send me tons and tons and tons of inspiration pics of interiors, exteriors. She just put in so much work to send me a lot of inspiration pics and also reference photos and stuff like that, so I could get a better idea of what it is I'm building, because I don't know that much about that kind of architectural style. And I'm also not from Mexican heritage, so I don't know a lot about that, right? So I thought it was so nice that she took the time to do that, and it was also really fun because I knew that I was building something that someone specifically would enjoy. So that being said, I still put my own kind of Dr. Ashley twist on things, and I also kept it base game. So I am quite limited in terms of trying to make it look as accurate as possible, because I don't really do recreations. I don't really copy things exactly. I always like to put my own kind of Dr. Ashley twist on things and make things my style, and kind of everything that I build, if I do use inspiration photos, it's always just as inspiration, and I can never really get things exact because I feel like that's not as fun. So I definitely tried my best to make this build look as close as possible to something that maybe resembles a Mexican hacienda, but the person who requested I do this, she will have to let me know and get back to me on how she thinks that I did. But if anything, I think I definitely built a good foundation for this type of house. So if anyone is a little bit more knowledgeable about this type of architecture, they can just, take my build and kind of alter it to make it look a little bit more realistic to the actual Mexican culture and heritage and stuff like that. So I definitely just tried my best, and I had a lot of fun doing it. It's definitely like nothing I've done before, so I really hope that you guys enjoy this one. And if you guys have any other requests of what you guys want to see me build, you can even go as far as she did and DM me a bunch of photos so I can have, something really specific to try and build for you guys. I really like that because, as you guys know, I build these houses for you guys. I don't really build them for myself. I don't really play in them that much. So everything that I build is for other people to use. So it would really help me out if you guys actually sent me legit photos of what you guys want, and I can do that for you guys. So on to the specs of this house. This house sits on a 30 by 20 lot, costs around 155,000 simoleons, has 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and it can fit a family of 4 or 5, I believe. I definitely wanted to give it a fair amount of bedrooms because it is supposed to be kind of like a luxurious type of house. So you could definitely fit a lot of different people in this house. So one really cool characteristic about this type of house that the subscriber mentioned to me when we were talking was there's kind of like an open courtyard at the back or in the center of the house, which I tried to do. I didn't really get to wrap the house around all the way because, as you can see, the lot isn't that big. But one other key characteristic was all of the rooms, you have to kind of enter them from the outside. So there's no like hallway necessarily, or indoor hallway connecting all the bedrooms. Each bedroom, you have to enter it from the exterior. So you'll see me putting in the doors to the respective bedrooms on the top floor there. But I thought that was a super cool idea. something that in, North American houses, you wouldn't really see that type of thing. So I thought that was such a cool thing to incorporate into a build like this. But I don't want to leave you guys hanging for the Q&A that we started last week. So if you guys don't know, I'm having a Q&A for my 1,000 subscribers. I just recently hit that. I can't even remember when I hit 1,000 subscribers, maybe a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago by now. I'm not really sure. But I am answering a bunch of your guys' questions over a couple of videos. So I started doing it in my last video. You should go watch that if you want to hear me answer some other questions about myself. But basically, I just kind of talked about what Sims packs I have, what computer I use, where I went to school, where I work, and I can't remember, what type of movies I like, and that kind of stuff. You can go check that out. I answered all of those there. So I am going to continue on with the Q&A and answer the rest of the questions in this video. So I did say that I was going to start it off by answering the first part of Chrissy York's question because I didn't get to answer that in my last video because I forgot because I'm silly. So she asked, what is your favorite aspect of The Sims 4? So this question is interesting because I feel like everyone has a different answer. And something that's interesting about me that you guys probably already know if you've been watching me for a long time, but I don't actually really play The Sims 4 that often. Like, I don't really do a lot of gameplay. So I don't have a current household that I'm playing, and I don't, have a legacy or anything like that. The last time that I actually played The Sims 4 was when I did the homeless challenge back in December. So Jen in the homeless challenge is still sitting there. She's still a little save file that hasn't been touched since then. And other than that, I only build. That's all I have time to do. And my kind of thought process behind that is I honestly don't have time. I don't have any free time to be playing The Sims. I'm just way too busy with work and friends and, going to the gym and making videos that I don't have time to play The Sims. So all I have time to do is build for you guys. And it is my, greatest wish that you guys will enjoy my houses and get to play with them because I don't have time to. So yeah, that is my favorite part of The Sims, is building for you guys or building in general. I love building, but it makes me feel even better, the fact that so many of you guys are actually using my houses. I think on the gallery I have nearly 70,000 downloads, so that's pretty crazy considering I only have about 30 or so uploads. That's a pretty good ratio in my opinion of people actually using my houses, so that really makes me happy because, I don't have time to play with them. So at least somebody out there is playing with them. So yeah, that is my favorite part of The Sims. Let me know down below what your guys' favorite part of The Sims is. Do you guys like gameplay? Do you guys like building? Do you guys like, create a sim? That's, follow-up question. I know she didn't ask this, but what is my least favorite part of The Sims? And my least favorite part is create a sim. I'm actually really, really bad at create a sim. I've never created my own sim before. I only ever download them from the gallery and just take whatever. I always just take the default sim. So I'll go to the gallery, download the sim, and I won't touch anything about them. I will probably change their name, but I will never change any of their outfits or anything like that. I just keep the sim as it is and just play it because I'm bad at create a sim, you guys. I'm really bad. But if you guys ever want me to use one of the sims that you create, because I do still need sims for when I create new save files to go take my screenshots and go play or test the houses and stuff, I still need sims for that. You can just upload a sim to the gallery and use the hashtag Dr. Ashley Cass. So just do hashtag Dr. Ashley CAS and I can search through that hashtag and then just choose one of your sims the next time I need a sim, because I'm always looking for sims and I usually just choose like the first one available on the gallery because it doesn't really matter to me, but I would love to use some of your guys' creations. So yeah, if you want me to use one of your sims, just use that hashtag on the gallery and I will use it. So you can see here now we are working on the interior, and something that I noticed from all of the photos that I was sent is the color scheme was always very warm toned. So as you guys know, I usually like to stick to more cool toned color schemes, more white, more gray, more black, and that kind of thing. A lot of light blues and stuff. But for these types of homes, I noticed a lot of warm colors. So a lot of reds, a lot of browns, a lot of yellows. So I tried to incorporate a lot of those types of colors into my interiors. And I found it was really difficult because I don't usually use those types of colors. So I definitely had a lot of fun kind of playing around with the warmer color scheme. The other thing that I noticed was the flooring in all of these types of houses. It wasn't wood. Usually I like to put hardwood in all of my builds, but for these houses, they used more like brick or kind of stone. No wood, no carpeting, definitely more like brick and stone. So I put that throughout the house, and I thought that was very interesting. Okay, on to the next question, and this next question is from a viewer named Alphabet Simmer. And Alphabet Simmer, you are like my number one gal. She's like so nice to me in the comment section. I love her all the time. She's just the best, so go you, go you. And she has asked this question, I think a couple times, but I always forget to answer it. So I should have answered it in my last video, but I forgot because I'm silly. So she asked me what I used to edit. So you may have been able to deduce this answer from my last video because I talked about what kind of computer I have, but I do have a MacBook, so what I use to edit is iMovie that comes with the Apple device. So if you get a MacBook or any kind of Apple computer or laptop, it comes already with iMovie, so you don't have to buy it separately, which is what I liked about Apple products. If I had bought a PC, I would have had to spend another couple $100s to buy an editing software. But with Apple, it already comes pre-installed. And I wouldn't consider iMovie the best video editor in the world. However, I have actually received a lot of compliments on my editing. So in my opinion, I think you can do a lot of good editing with iMovie, even though some people may consider it a basic editing software. But I think it's pretty good. It's decent. I'm able to, make videos on it totally fine. So yeah. And to record my screen, I use OBS, which is also a free program that you can get on PC or Mac. So I hope that answers your question, but Alphabet Simmer, you know where to find me. Feel free to reach out to me in the DMs if you want some more advice on what you need to start a channel. I think that she wants to start recording her own videos. So yeah, feel free to message me if you have any more questions regarding that. Okay, so on to the next question, and this question comes from my good friend Thomas, also known as Thomas TV here on YouTube. I just recently did a collab with him about 2 weeks ago, so you should go check that out if you haven't already. We did a base game build battle, me versus him, so go check out both of our videos and let us know who won. But he asked, how did you come across The Sims, and what made you want to play it? So this could potentially be a very long answer, so I'm going to try and make it as short as possible. But to put it simply, the very first time I played The Sims was The Sims 2, and it was back when I was about 10 years old, and I probably discovered that through friends at school playing it, so I just got the game as well. And yeah, that was when I was playing it back when I was 10, and I never played The Sims 3. So I, had a long gap in between The Sims 2 and The Sims 4 where I didn't play at all. And it wasn't until about a year ago when I started to watch Sims 4 videos on YouTube. And that's when I kind of got back into The Sims 4. And I didn't purchase the game, but I just watched it on YouTube. And around 6 months ago is when I decided to buy the game because I wanted to try building. And yeah, so I started building, and that's the same time that I started my YouTube channel. Every single build that I have ever posted on my YouTube channel and on my gallery is every single build that I've ever done in The Sims 4. So yeah, I've only ever built like 32 things in my whole life, and it's all evidence on my YouTube channel and on the gallery. So yeah, basically prior to playing The Sims 4, I hadn't played The Sims for like 10 years. So yeah, a really big gap, but watching YouTube kind of got me back into it. So I have a follow-up question for you guys actually. How many of you guys actually watch Sims 4 YouTube videos but don't actually play it yourself? Because prior to me starting a channel, I had watched Sims YouTube videos and I never even owned the game at all. But I still really enjoyed watching Sims videos even though I didn't have the game. And I never really had the desire to buy the game necessarily until I decided I wanted to start a YouTube channel. And then I thought, oh, okay, now I'll buy the game. But before that, I was perfectly happy just watching people play and not actually playing myself. So I want to know for you guys, do you guys actually play The Sims, or do you just like watching Sims 4 videos and do you just like watching my channel? Or do you guys do a combination of both? You guys like to play yourself and you also like to watch Sims videos. But which one would you say you do more? I'm very, very curious. But I am going to talk about the build just for a second, and you guys might notice that I forgot to put in a fridge. Yep, it was one of those days, you guys, where you forget a very vital item. So yeah, I forgot a fridge, but don't worry, I go in later off camera and put in a fridge for you guys. So if you want to download this house, do not worry, everything is fine. But you can see here the interior. I made it really open concept because duh, it's a Dr. Ashley build. It's gonna be open concept. And I made the kitchen really big, and I kind of have that circular island in the middle. One of the photos that the subscriber sent to me had that circular island with chairs around it, kind of as a little eating or breakfast bar or something like that, and I thought that was so cute. So I decided to incorporate that aspect into the kitchen. And you will see it later, I start doing the bedrooms. And bedrooms are a little bit difficult in The Sims because you want to make them functional, but you also want to make them pretty. So I kind of made the bedrooms just however I felt like it. I made one a kid's bedroom, one a kind of parent's bedroom, and one a maybe teen or young adult bedroom. So I didn't really cater the bedrooms towards any kind of Mexican heritage or anything like that. I just made the bedrooms however I liked them, and yeah, I don't know, I just had fun with them because I wanted to still make this build player friendly. So if you do download them, you can kind of just change the bedrooms however you like. But yeah, I think the build is not quite done, but it's almost done. So I hope you guys are liking what you are seeing so far. And you can definitely tell that it's very, very, very different than what I usually do. I think the last time I went this out of my comfort zone was when I made that ancient Roman villa many, many weeks back. And that build was definitely totally not my style, but it was really architecturally stunning in my opinion. It was also base game too, and it was just very, very different than what I do because it was supposed to be ancient Rome inspired. And that build actually was one of my best, I guess, because it did get a Max's favorite on the gallery and has like over 16,000 downloads just on that one build. So that's pretty crazy. People definitely really liked that kind of thing. I think people like it when creators build different things that they don't usually see because, you know, there are so many suburban homes, family homes, cottage homes. There's just so many of them. So you really do have to make different things if you want to stand out, I guess. So that's why I'm really happy that a subscriber asked me to build this. It's definitely very different, out of my comfort zone, and maybe something that there isn't a whole lot of on the gallery already. So there are still more questions to get through. However, there isn't enough time in this video to answer them, so I'm going to answer the rest of them next week. So again, if you have any more questions that you want me to answer about myself, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. But I will take this time to kind of share a relevant fun fact about me. So since this is a Mexican-inspired build, I thought I would share the fact that I actually studied Spanish for over 12 years, I believe. 14 years? 12 years? I studied Spanish since I was 8 years old, and then I studied it all the way up until 4th year of university. So yeah, I'm actually pretty good at Spanish. Feel free to comment down below in Spanish if you want to. If you speak Spanish, go for it. I'll reply in Spanish as well. So yeah, kind of a fun fact about me because this is a Mexican-inspired build. I thought I'd share that. So let me know down below what other languages you guys speak. I love languages. I'm like obsessed with languages. I want to learn Japanese. I think that'd be really cool. So yeah, let me know what awesome languages you guys know. Well, that concludes our Mexican Hacienda inspired home build today. Thank you so much to the subscriber that took the time to send me photos and make this all possible. I really appreciate that. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked what you saw today, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below what you thought about it. And if this is our first time meeting, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to be friends or if you want to see more weekly Sims 4 base game build videos. I upload these videos once per week at the same time every week, so I will see you guys all next week. Bye everybody!